Daniel from Video Game Book Club here. And if you watched Clay's update video, you know now that he's dead. Or moving. I'm not really sure which one it is. All I'm sure of is he's gone, and this is all mine now. So welcome to the inaugural episode of Video Game Daniel Club. And I'm your host, Daniel Club. Club is my last name. It is. To celebrate our breakup, I did a review of one of my favorite studios, Double Fine's Broken Age. There's a lot out there about this game, and I'm not going to go too in-depth about it. I will suggest watching Double Fine's adventure game documentary. Double Fine's adventure documentary? I'm not really sure what it's called. But there's a documentary. It's like super long, and I watched it all. Really good show. Go watch that after you watch this. Kickstarted in 2012 to the tune of just over $3.3 million, the Double Fine Adventure project ballooned in support as well as scope. With over 87,000 Kickstarter backers, expectations were high for Tim Schafer's Double Fine studio. I am a huge fan of Double Fine and Tim Schafer, so I can understand the desire to see him work on his first adventure game since the beloved Grim Fandango in 1998. There were some well-publicized issues with the project. Broken Age missed release dates, ran out of funds, and was released in 2 parts. And some would say that Part 2 suffered from the failures Part 1 came out of. I've never personally backed a project on Kickstarter, even though several, including the Double Fine Adventure Kickstarter, have made me excited. So it's a little harder for me to sympathize with the over 87,000 fans who paid for this game to be made. I also didn't pay for Part 1 and then have to wait a year for Part 2, so the criticism that goes along with that doesn't really affect me either. I got this game for free through PS Plus, so my barrier for entry is much lower than people who played the game before me. Because of this, I feel my opinions pretty removed from a lot of these criticisms, although I do understand where they come from. First off, let's talk about this gorgeous art. Characters, backgrounds, objects, it doesn't matter. They're all beautiful. Originally planned to have been all hand-painted by Nathan Stapley, the time involved required the team to instead base the art and animations on his designs. The characters are unique and interesting, even though there's not a whole lot of them. I especially love the Yarn Pals and the Hexbots, and I want some more of both in my life. The backgrounds and locations are eye-poppingly beautiful, and look like concept art brought to life, mostly because that's exactly what they are. The voice acting is top-notch, with Frodo Baggins himself, Elijah Wood, playing Shay, one half our playable characters, and even a small role for Jack Black, who had previously worked with Tim Schafer on Brutal Legend. One standout voice actor is David Kaufman, who plays Merrick, a man in wolf's clothing aboard Shay's spaceship. I actually had to look this up, and he sadly doesn't have nearly as much voice work as I would have thought given his performance. The most notable roles I recognize is a few performances as the Human Torch, and playing the title character in Nickelodeon's 4-season-long Danny Phantom. Get this guy some more work, please. On top of the outstanding art and amazing voice acting, you have a score by Peter McConnell that truly is gorgeous. If you watch no other part of the Broken Age documentary, find the part where it shows how this man makes his music. It is awe-inspiring to watch a true artist at work. He's worked on games ranging from Star Wars X-Wing, Sly Cooper Band of Thieves, and just about everything Tim Schafer has worked on, including Grim Fandango and Psychonauts. These 3 elements, art, music, and voice acting alone, made me feel like Broken Age deserves a spot on the list of games as art. Ignoring the gameplay, the collaboration of talent found within this package is outstanding. But our medium isn't a static form, and gameplay can and does still make or break an experience. Broken Age is in the classic style of point-and-click adventure games made popular by LucasArts in the 90s. The conceit of the game is, can a point-and-click adventure game be made today and still do well? And while financially the jury's still out, I do feel like Broken Age hit the mark for the most part. Broken Age is not a perfect game, and in some places the game was actually a bit broken. It still nails the point-and-click adventure game model. You begin the game with a choice between two stories. You can play as Shay, who resides on a spaceship, or Vela, a girl who lives in the land of cupcakes and sweets known as Sugar Bunting, a village most notably not in space. I mean, it's in space because, like, it's on a planet, but it's not like a spaceship space. The gameplay is the same no matter what, and if you get stuck on one side of the story, you can switch to the other at any time. You'll have to use logic and your ability of recall to solve puzzles and progress throughout the story until the midpoint where your character's paths finally cross. That is the last spoiler I will give because, honestly, without the story, combined with the incredible art, music, and voice acting, there isn't really much to make you come back to this game. If you enjoy puzzles, the first half of the game will be too easy, and the second half ramps the difficulty up so much that it knocks you back a bit because it's honestly really unexpected. The second half of the game involves some puzzles that the solution is in the other character's world, but you wouldn't know it, and may have to turn to the internet for help. While what was part 1 of Broken Age can easily be completed one character at a time, which is what I did, first Vela's story, then Shay's, the second half, or Broken Age Part 2, will most likely see you switching both out of necessity and a bit of frustration. The first half just feels a lot more polished when it comes to the overall feel of the game, and the second half does seem to have been rushed comparatively. The reuse of most of the assets hurts the game as well as its story, and the final conclusion of the game seems like it was really rushed and suffers because of this. There came a point when I was around halfway through part 2 that I wasn't really looking forward to what would happen next, but instead I just kind of wanted to see the ending, and in a game that only took about 7 hours to play through, that's not really a good thing. With a little more work and time, and apparently a whole lot more money, Broken Age could have been a game that I would have been able to recommend to anyone I met. Instead, we have a game that I can still recommend, but not nearly as vehemently as the first half led me to believe. I really wanted to love this game, and the first half almost got me there. Instead, I feel like I had an amazing honeymoon period, but eventually I was shown the truth of the relationship. It's short, it's bereft of depth, but damn, is it fine. And that's Double Fine's Broken Age. I really enjoyed my time, but I'm not going to recommend it to everyone. You get it cheap, like I did, which was free, then definitely add it to your list of games to play. If you liked the video, let me know below. You can like and comment, and we can kind of talk down there. I didn't spoil the game, but the comments might have some spoilers, so just a fair warning. If you haven't done it yet, click that beautiful subscribe button. It doesn't have to be between anyone but me and you. No one else has to know that you clicked it, but you'll like it when you do. Just do it. Click the button. It wants you to click it. Thanks for watching our video. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we know you all are busy, and we love that you've taken time to hang out with us for a little while.
While you're here, why don't you check out some of our other videos we've made? You kind of owe us now.
And we have a website that you can browse through too, if you want to.
You can also check us out on Twitter and Facebook. All those links are right here, so it's easy.
If you want to see more stuff from us, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, and also leave this video a big thumbs up. That would be super awesome. Well, until next time, take care everyone.